back to my channel. So today I have a quick get ready with me. I didn't have a video plan, but I wanted to film something. I recently got a lot of new makeup in and I just wanted to kind of play around with it on camera, and specifically today I'm just playing around with the new MAC and PATRICKSTARRR spring collaboration. So I'm just kind of creating a look with the product in this collab. I am obsessed with the packaging. I love floral and the springtime colors. It's super bright and vibrant, just really fun. So if you want to see how I got this look and just a quick little get ready with me, I'm talking really fast, so I'm about to head out the door, but then stick around and watch the video and give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys. Hey guys, so we are starting off this look. My brows are already done. The first shade I'm going to be taking from this quad is going to be All Rosy. This is from the Play With Me eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking this on a rather large fluffy brush. One of my favorites to use is going to be the Morphe M521, and I'm kind of starting off in circular motions right underneath my brow bone in my crease, and then I'm just going to start to do small circular motions all the way through from my outer V all the way to the inner corner of my eye socket until we get a nice deep color and blend. You are going to want to take your time with this, especially if you're just going to be using this quad. I really only wanted to stick with the shadows in this little palette just to kind of utilize the palette in its entirety. I didn't want to have to be grabbing colors from other palettes, so I wanted to see how well these work together to create a complete eye look. And then once we are done with the crease, I'm going to be then pressing on a charcoal gel eyeliner base. We're using this as a base because that blue in the palette really won't pop as much unless you have some type of tacky base underneath. And so I am just picking up a flat shader brush and pressing that blue onto that gel liner. And you can do this messily, don't worry about the crease. Right now it looks really choppy, but we're gonna go back in a minute and start to blend. As you see here, I am just taking one of my Kylie Cosmetics little eyeshadow brushes and just starting to go in small circles and join those two colors together. And then I am going over it once again with All Rosy just to kind of make sure everything is smoothed over really nicely. It is a little time consuming to work with just these two colors to create a nice smoky blend, but it is doable. It just takes a little bit of time and attention. I'm then going to be placing the eye primer that I used. It's the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm pressing this and flattening out on the under eye area, and I'm just making sure I smooth it over just like how I like to prime my top lid. I'm going to do the same with my bottom, just kind of smoothing this concealer all over. This is not our concealer per se, like our highlight concealer. This is just basically a bottom eye primer, if that makes sense. And then once you're going to be done smoothing that over, you can take basically any eyeliner, any charcoal pencil. I went with black just because, again, I felt like the black really helps make the blue pop. But any pencil will work. I just lined my inner waterline and just dragged a little bit below the root of my bottom lashes to create a really nice thick black line. And then taking a smudge brush, pressing that blue all over on top from the inner to outer part of my eye. And then taking a pencil brush and again loading on more. Again, we're only working with these two shadows, so I really wanted to just take my time and blend it all out. I'm then taking a really teeny tiny blending brush, and I'm just going to be pressing All Rosy on the bottom as well and just start to really smoke that out. And then of course this look cannot be completed without some eyelashes. I just got one of the fullest pairs that I have. I really don't know the style of this one. I do know they're from Tati Lashes, but I don't have the name off the top of my head right now. Moving on to the face, I'm going to be using this new Dr. Brandt Luminizer primer. It came in one of my BoxyCharm boxes and I'm really liking it. It has a silky smooth finish, and it's more of a hydrating primer. So if you're someone who's on the more normal to dry side, then this would probably be a good one to try. If you're extremely dry, you'd want to use something a little bit more moisturizing. So I had this friend pop up, and it was a horrible pimple I had. I popped it, it scabbed over. So I'm just kind of covering that up. I'm using one of the new Bare Minerals concealers. These are really good for really extreme cover. It's like a really thick stick, and it's obviously covered it really well. So for foundation, I'm mixing these two. I am taking my Urban Decay All Nighter with a little bit of the Maybelline Superstay, just because I feel like the Urban Decay one is a little too light for my liking, and then the Superstay is really dark. So I'm using these two to kind of neutralize the color a little bit to match it better to my skin tone. My skin tone is kind of all over the place right now since I've been outside in the mornings a lot, and I tend to get a lot of sun, but then there's days out of the week recently where it's been really cloudy. So I don't know, I feel like I'm fluctuating with my tone. Then I'm just going to be blending this all out with my Sigma 3D HD blender, and I'm just pressing this onto my skin, making sure to get a nice full even coverage, and being very careful around my eyebrows since they were already done. If you are not into like those super squishy big sponges, this would be a good one for you to try, and the sharp edges really help with like baking and stuff. So I'm then going to be setting my under eye. I did already do concealer, but I didn't have a good clip of me putting on my concealer, but you guys know the drill. And I just set that with the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and then I'm going over with the rest of my face with my Maybelline foundation powder. And I love this powder, you guys. You should give it a try if you haven't. And then to highlight, I'm taking my Morphe 9C palette, and I'm just going to be pressing those two shades right underneath my eye area. And I am just going to also be pressing this in the center of my forehead. For bronzer, I'm trying this new bronzer. This is from Winky Lux Cosmetics. It's their coffee bronzer. It's in the shade Latte, and it legit smells like coffee. So if you're coffee obsessed like me, you would probably really like this bronzer. It kind of reminds me of the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, but instead of chocolatey scent or sweet, it has like a sweet coffee scent. It's pretty interesting. And I really like the color that it gives. It's definitely one of those bronzers that's like really hard to go overboard with because it has such a subtle color. I'm then just going to be furthering and deepening my contour with a little bit of a shading from that Morphe 9C palette. Also snatching my nose because you know it's not a makeup day unless I do so. And then to highlight, I'm using my Jeffree Star Ice Cold highlighter, highlighting my upper lip. I'm kind of being cautious of where I highlight these days just because I feel like I've noticed that there's some areas of my face where I find it kind of unflattering for me, at least right now. That area specifically, my forehead, I feel like I'm in those days where I'm thinking about Botox, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, so I'm also going to be highlighting the tops of my cheekbones. And yeah, I used to do above the eyebrow highlighting, but I actually have some really fine lines right above my eyebrow, like especially if I raise my brow. If I'm relaxed, you can't see them, but I feel like it just accentuates that area. And then I'm also highlighting the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose just with my finger. And that's basically the areas where I'm even like kind of straying away from the chin area these days, just depending on how I feel. If I don't want to look that like highlighted, I'll skip the chin and just do the nose and cheeks. For blush, I'm using the blush from this collection. This is the Take Me Home blush. It is a duo color, and it's actually a really pretty blush. I love it. It's matte. It has like a mauve and rosy tone to it, and it's pretty much would look really good on any skin tone. And then for the lipstick, I wasn't like really feeling wearing a bold lipstick, but I wanted to try it anyway. This is called Hey Boy Hey. And so what I decided to do was do like an ombre lip with it. So I'm taking this shade, and I'm going to be just applying this to my outer corners of my mouth with a lip brush, and then I'll be going in with a gloss from the Bare Minerals Gen Nude collection, and I'm just going to be placing that on the center and working the edges into that gloss. You'll see right here, and it actually created like I think a really cute like baby pink ombre lip, kind of on the nudie side. I'm just more comfortable wearing a nude with a really dark eye than like a dark eye and a bright lip. I don't know why, I don't feel confident if I'm wearing both. And then I just need to apply my mascara onto my top and bottom lashes. And I don't know why I have such a long clip of this. Anyways, cut out a whole like minute of me putting on mascara. I'm then going to be setting my face with this super awesome setting spray that I've been trying, which you guys have heard me talk about. This is the CoverGirl setting spray, and it is bomb.com. Alright guys, this is the completed look. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video.